White House that the government needs Hoosier help to cooperate with deportation efforts to keep removing the worst of the worst.
Last time I looked at the data, right around 70% of everybody ICE arrests is a criminal. Either a criminal conviction or pending criminal charges, which means we found them in the jail. Who are the other 30%? Many of them are final orders deportation. They had due process at great taxpayer expense.
Holman headlined a House chamber event hosted by Attorney General Todd Rokita and Governor Mike Braun, who urged lawmakers to support a sweeping immigration enforcement bill in January. Johnson County Coroner Mike Pruitt turned himself into police Tuesday.
This is with cooperation through his attorney. This is also in regard to an investigation that was initiated by the Indiana State Police.
State Police Sergeant Kevin Getz says Pruitt is facing 14 misdemeanor charges related to inappropriate activity with teenage girls. Pruitt was transferred to Brown County Jail for safety reasons. AES Indiana is looking to bump up electricity bills, and that's already raising eyebrows, but consumer advocates say there's more to watch. BlackRock, the world's biggest asset manager, is in talks to buy the utility, and if that deal goes through, rates could go up even further. BlackRock's been expanding its utility footprint with the recent green light from Minnesota regulators to take over Minnesota Power. Tyrese Halliburton, point guard for the Pacers, appears in a new preview for Season 2 of the Netflix series Starting Five.
It's tough, but, I'm going to work my ass off to get back there, and I'm going to do it in a Pacer uniform. So, this place is it's very special for me.
Talking about his injury in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the upcoming season drops tomorrow on Netflix. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic and weather together in 1 minute. On a Wednesday morning, it's 6:04.
Custom jewelry is not out of reach with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. At PA Jewelers, you can customize any piece of jewelry for that special someone. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. Gold, diamonds, gemstones, and of course those watches from Flederman Von Riest, assembled right here in Indiana. Custom designed jewelry with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. Custom jewelry made just for you. PA Jewelers, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg. 317-456-4010. PAJewelers.jewelry.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Southside, northbound 65 slow from Raymond Street up to the South Split because of construction. And everything else looking pretty okay for the moment. Checking out southbound 65 coming in from Lebanon here this morning. Looking just fine from State Road 32 down to 465 on the northwest side. No problems here as you make your way into Indianapolis. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. If you've heard about MNEXT Spike COVID-19 vaccine, mRNA by Moderna, good news, it's available. Head to mnextspike.com to find it near you. That's mnexspike.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Well, I know we've got weather. I just don't know who it is. So let's guess. Play a game. Who's bringing us weather today? My guess, if I had to guess, my guess on who would be bringing us weather today would be, I don't know. I thought I had a guess, but I don't.
Brian Morse. I was waiting to see where your guess was going to be.
I was going to go with Todd Clausen, and then I realized that's a completely different station. What do you got for us?
Anyways, for today, we're going to have more clouds in place. It's not going to be the perfect blue sky we've had the last couple of days. We're starting off mostly cloudy, eventually later on today turning partly cloudy. Temperatures are going to be limited in the lower 70s. I wouldn't rule out a stray sprinkle or shower for north central and northern Indiana. Otherwise, everyone else dry. Tonight, partly cloudy, clouds decreasing in the early morning, low temperature near 50. For tomorrow, back to the perfect sunshine, temperatures in the lower 70s. Now, going into this weekend, we're looking like we're going to have a widespread rain chance on the way. It's just trying to nail down the exact timing. At some point late Saturday into Saturday night, temperatures in the day on Saturday, mid to upper 70s. On Sunday, once the front goes through the area, temperatures in the afternoon back into the mid 60s for highs.
We can live with that. Ryan
I think
Morris.
we'll take that.
Yes, we shall. Oh, we shall live with it. Ryan Morris, Wish TV, meteorologist. We're still getting used to each other. We haven't worked out the banter yet. 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
Is there any appetite for either leader, Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries, for an extension for the ACA? How do they see that conversation? They're having it with the White House, not the Speaker of the House, which I think is...
Who is the Speaker?
Right. Well, you wouldn't expect him to have the conversation with the Speaker because the Speaker's waiting for Donald Trump to tell him what to do. So why waste your time talking to the Speaker?
And if that was the case, Michael Steele, why did the women of the Democratic women of the House storm down to Speaker Johnson's office? And everything's a stunt and nothing is conversation. And we are in day 92 trillion of the shutdown. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. So now the Speaker isn't the Speaker because he's doing the bidding of Donald Trump. Dun, dun, dun. This is all they've got. This is the argument. Fine. This is the new one. Well, actually, it's not even really that new. Doing the bidding of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's handpicked Speaker of the House. I don't know what they're going to say next. It's always handpicked of some kind. The House is not going into session. Speaker Johnson is keeping his members away. It would behoove the Democrats in the Senate to vote for a continuing resolution. But they wanted the moment. They wanted today. When military is supposed to get paid, President Trump has said they're going to move money around in the Pentagon to make that happen. Speaker Johnson has already said this shutdown is going to last a long time because this is what Schumer wants. They believe they can crack Republicans in two, as per usual, and make them heel. Because Republicans, in the end, are soft, which is something we see here in Indiana. Not all of them and not every subject, but we see definite softness here. We're going to get into the redistricting conversation where I encourage anybody who wants to read insanity to go to my Twitter feed. And I encourage the people who think that that's going to somehow sway me, screaming at me, is going to sway my opinion. No. We should redistrict. And I have the ultimate discussion point on my side, which I will get to maybe for the popcorn moment. But as for this shutdown, Democrats want it. Democrats have decided this is good politics. Now that you have October 15th here and the military is not getting paid, except Trump is trying to move money around to get them paid, the next big date is October 20th, when congressional staffers won't get paid. Okay. What do you want from me? It's a continuing resolution. You want to increase Obamacare subsidies. Nah. No. Now, I'm going to lose that battle overall because we said it here from the beginning. Trump is absolutely going to do it, and he's going to steal the issue from the Democrats, which the Democrats don't want. I don't want the subsidies increased. I don't want them extended. And we should always remember that Democrats agreed to this. In the Inflation Reduction Act, they knew it would sunset at the end of 2025. So go ahead, go to @TonyKatz on Twitter X and keep screaming. You're a lefty, you're just angry, whatever. It's there for you. We're going to keep honestly assessing the situation, and you have absolutely no sway. because screaming at somebody doesn't get you sway. You could try an approach that might work called facts, data, and a theory, but I'm not holding my breath, but I'll keep looking to see if somebody goes down that road. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. What's going on, everybody? 93 WIBC, good morning.
This is Alex Brown. Stellantis is making a big investment in Kokomo. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Brought to you by IBJ's 2026 Economic Forecast, presented by Fifth Third Bank on November 13th. RSVP and reserve your corporate table at ibj.com/events.
With 11 locations, Tech Credit Union's Chief Information Officer, Zach Hohulin, relies heavily on applied innovation and Arctic Wolf, an AI-driven cybersecurity platform.
We've been so impressed with that platform that Applied recommended that we now have gone back repeatedly to Applied.
Being a financial institution, Applied Innovation plays a critical role protecting your members.
It's almost a new Cold War, right? You have to have cybersecurity insurance, and you have to start partnering with organizations that will step in and help you manage that.
And having Applied Innovation as your cybersecurity partner?
It makes me a lot less anxious because I'm able to sit back and know that we're in good hands and not have to worry about it. I get to sleep at night.
Don't risk your data being hacked or exposed to ransomware threats. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. And sleep better knowing your network's secure.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
South side, northbound 65, slow from Raymond Street up to the South Split because of construction. And checking out northbound 65 coming up from Franklin here this morning or Johnson County. State Road 44 to 465 on the south side. 14 minutes, no delays. Traffic sponsored by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Get your home ready for colder temps and the holidays. Benjamin Franklin of Indianapolis is here to help. Everything from plumbing inspections, water heaters, and more. Book now at BenjaminFranklinPlumbingIndy.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that.
Oh-ho.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh-ho-ho.
That's what I thought you said. I don't. Okay. Someone check on Matt. Ryan, check on Matt. See if he's having a stroke.
I'm not good.
What's going on here?
I ate like 7 Quest bars overnight. And I think
you ate what?
Quest bars, protein bars. Amazon dropped them off at my door, and I ate all 8 of them. And yeah.
Stop the music, Kurt.
No, I think I might have to go to the bathroom.
Producer Kurt in for producer Kylan, in for producer Carl.
Oh,
it is the weirdest game of telephone in the producer's chair ever. You ordered a box of Quest protein bars.
Yeah, and they normally
instead of hold on, I think I'll lead this conversation.
Probably best, yeah.
Instead of your normal 2 bowls of oatmeal at bedtime while you're in your footy pajamas, you ate 8 Quest bars in a row?
First off, my pajamas don't have footies on them. They do have a He-Man. Secondly, I ate all the oatmeal. That was fine. The 7 bowls, that was eaten. And but I left the Quest bars that Amazon delivered out on my doorstep so I wouldn't get to them because I have this problem with overnight eating. Well, I got to them, and then I ate 7 of them. So on top of the oatmeal, I ate the 7 Quest bars, last one like at 2:30 in the morning. And woof.
You
baby.
Plethora of sound effects.
Because I am a plethora of something right now. I'm just like this.
You woke up at 2 a.m. and ate 7 Quest bars.
That's when the last one went down. The first one actually around 12:30. And then I proceeded from there, because of this overnight eating habit that I have. Yeah. Yeah, usually it's a snack machine, but there just happen to be Quest bars there. That's
and you thought the way to not eat the Quest bar was to keep them outside, and the only thing separating you was a door you could open.
Yeah, because what I did was I left a note on my front door that said no. As in, don't open the door. You know they're there. Overcome this overnight eating problem, this sensation you have. And I couldn't do it. I ignored the note and I went outside. I'm like zombified, man. I'm just like, going for the Quest bars and the overnight eating. Yeah. It's rough. I'm rough this morning, man.
I could have just gone to weather, guys, but nope. I took the bait. Wow, we've got a lot to talk about today. 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:18.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store, and ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
You get up early on snow days because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to thrive in the winter. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $5,250. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
It was reported that Hamas was not returning the remains of hostages. This led to a conversation about the IDF ramping up. The IDF being the Israeli Defense Forces. And you say, oh my gosh, this thing couldn't last 24 hours. Well, you're talking about Hamas here. What did you think was going to happen? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Then there were the remains of 4 hostages. 3 have been identified, family already being notified of who they are. They want these remains back. They want to give proper burials. So what of the remaining 24 dead hostages? And will their remains be returned? I bring this up because if there is to be a peace deal that President Trump put forward and signed and all the fanfare, well, then the peace deal involves Hamas doing their job because Israel has done their job. Now, I understand how people who support terrorists won't discuss such a thing. But it is clear and obvious that there is a slow rolling going on. The Israeli Air Force conducted an airstrike against movements of several suspects towards IDF troops in an area of the Strip. Remember, they have not pulled out completely from the Gaza Strip. They moved to a determined line, but they are not out of the Gaza Strip. And these things are starting to escalate because Hamas has not done what they said they would do. Further, Hamas has been very, very clear. They have no interest in disarming. Now, we said this. We discussed it here honestly and clearly, that Hamas stated when they, quote-unquote, accepted the deal, that they are going to be a part of any future government of Gaza. They're not leaving. They said so. Of course Hamas said so. They have no plan of giving up power. They handed back the hostages, which is an interesting move in and of itself. Then they started executing Palestinians who they claimed were collaborators with Israel. There are a fair amount of Palestinians who don't want these people at all, and there's a fair amount of Palestinians who were with them on October 7th. An undeniable fact. So now Hamas is saying we have no plans of disarming. Goes now to President Trump.
How long will it take Hamas to disarm, and can you guarantee that is going to happen?
Well, they're going to disarm, and because they said they were going to disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them.
How will you do that?
I don't have to explain that to you. But if they don't disarm, we will disarm them. They know I'm not playing games.
Now, he is right. He doesn't have to answer that question for the reporter. But we should also be clear that there's only one way to disarm them. Now what? Now, for MAGAville, there becomes a very, very large conversation of what exactly does this mean? Does that mean that there are going to be troops helping the Israelis disarm them? Does that mean it's like, okay, Israel, go do your thing? And now you've got these Muslim and other nations, Arab nations, saying, hey, Hamas was supposed to disarm. We all agreed to a deal. What do you think's going to happen? Do you have Iranian response? There's a lot here. But let's start with the basics and make sure we all understand each other. The people who have been supporting Hamas these last 2 years by wearing their keffiyehs, flying Palestinian flags, and screaming like freaks, they don't want Hamas to disarm. They want Jews dead, Israel gone, and America destroyed. It's always what they've wanted. It is as clear as day that they're not giving this up. In order to get rid of Hamas, you must end the Iranian regime. Now, that is a very warmongering statement. But it is also true. So what does one do with that information? You either have the world as it is, or you go about the decisions and the maneuvers that get you to the better place. You can't imagine it away. You can't dream it away like Barack Obama did with the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. You must take an action. And the action is the Iranians, because they're the ones who fund Hamas. And if you cut off the money, you end the thing. Some stragglers here and there. But be clear, we're not done here. The world's not done here. And Trump brought the world into this. The answer is going to be, no, it's okay if Hamas is armed. You, Israel, stand back. We're going to build buildings now? Who thinks it's going to work out that way? They signed the deal. Now let's see who honors it. Let's see how quickly Hamas is gone. And let's see who in the United States, from the Indianapolis City County Council to Washington, D.C., supports Hamas's existence. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
South side, northbound 65 slow from Raymond Street into the South Split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Well, the Fed just sounded the alarm. The stock market is dangerously overvalued. And if your retirement savings are tied up in the market, this could be the smart time to protect and grow your savings outside of Wall Street. Hey, one option gives you a 20% upfront bonus. It's got a competitive return that's averaged 10% annually for the last 10 years.
So here's the simple math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first 12 months. So, in the first year, that original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the information from Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Call 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. 648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Pat Sullivan here with a weather update. It's October, and we still have no clue if your AC should be blasting or your furnace needs to start kicking. Better have both prepared with a $49 AC unit and furnace maintenance from Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Is it sweater weather or tank top weather? Nobody knows. But we do know that you can ensure total comfort inside your home for only $49. Call my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today.
Look, switching point of sale systems is a total nightmare, right? But here's the thing. Shopify POS makes switching easier. A Shopify POS expert, a real human being, helps with setup and data migration. No need to be your own tech support, because with Shopify POS, you get support for free. You'll also get a free card reader and 25% off POS subscription fees. Switching your POS is easier with Shopify. Eligibility requirements apply. To learn more, visit shopify.com/switch now. That's shopify.com/switch now.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Is there finally peace in the Middle East? Clear radar, 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 74 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Hamas returned the remains of 4 people yesterday, though Israel is claiming only 3 of the bodies were Israeli hostages.
The total number of remains that stands now still in Hamas captivity is 21 people. We do know the issue of returning these bodies could be a sticking point before entering into phase 2 of the agreement. Regional media reports that Egyptian teams will enter Gaza to help Hamas locate the remains. Inside Gaza, reaction continues to the ceasefire deal. There's also an incredibly dangerous environment for Palestinian civilians, as Hamas has executed a number of people accused of stealing aid and working with Israel. There are reports from yesterday that Israel conducted limited targeted strikes inside Gaza.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst from Tel Aviv, Israel today. Tuesday at the White House.
He was assassinated in the prime of his life for boldly speaking the truth, for living his faith and relentlessly fighting for a better and stronger America. He loved this country.
President Trump posthumously awarding Charlie Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom, honoring his life and legacy as a political activist weeks after he was assassinated. His widow, Erica, was in attendance and talked about her daughter's reaction to Kirk's absence.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal. I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream. And I want you to go have a birthday surprise.
Turning Point USA will host an event in Bloomington at IU next week featuring Tucker Carlson in place of Charlie Kirk. And even with the government shutdown, the IRS is still operating. And if you requested an extension by the April 15th deadline, guess what? You have to file today without penalty. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. Stellantis announced Tuesday that it will invest $13 billion over the next 4 years to expand its manufacturing capacity in the United States, a move the automaker says will increase its domestic vehicle production by 50% and add more than 5,000 jobs. The company said its statement confirms a January announcement that it would make additional investments totaling $100 million in several of its Kokomo facilities to produce the all-new four-cylinder engine beginning in 2026. That investment is expected to bring 100 new jobs to the area. Amazon said Tuesday that it's looking to fill 250,000 full-time, part-time, and seasonal positions nationwide ahead of the holiday shopping season, including about 8,500 jobs in Indiana. The online retail giant said it is offering flexible scheduling options with average wages of more than $19 per hour for seasonal positions. Regular full and part-time employees earn an average of $23 per hour with benefits. About 4,000 of the holiday jobs in Indiana will be located in the Indianapolis metro area. Amazon operates 13 fulfillment and sortation centers and 11 delivery stations, among other facilities throughout the state. Indianapolis-based Krieg DeVault is expanding again, with the law firm announcing the acquisition of Fort Wayne-based Rothberg Law Firm effective January 1st. Financial terms were not disclosed. It's the second firm that Krieg DeVault has acquired within the past year, following their addition of Chicago's Fuchs & Roselli Limited in January. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate.
The Indiana State Board of Animal Health is reporting 3 new cases of highly pathogenic avian influenza, or bird flu, at commercial duck farms in northern Indiana. As a result, a total of more than 16,500 birds in Elkhart and LaGrange counties have been placed under quarantine. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
All right, south side, northbound 65 slow into the south split from Raymond because of construction. And checking out westbound 70 coming in from Greenfield, looks good from State Road 92465 on the east side. 13 minutes, no delays. Have a safe commute this morning. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:35. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what do you do?
Tony, good morning. Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor leads the NFL in rushing heading into Sunday's game with the LA Chargers. Offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter says Taylor isn't just pounding the ball on the ground, he's becoming a real threat in the passing game, too.
It's a big part of the game. Sometimes, whether it's a drop back pass or a play action pass, sometimes there's a route way down the field that we drew up on the board and thought was going to have a chance to get open, and the defense covers it up, and then the quarterback finds that running back underneath. And JT's done such a nice job.
And the Colts signed veteran quarterback Brett Rippon, replacing Anthony Richardson, who was placed on IR this week. Sunday's game against the Chargers in LA kicks off at 4:05. The LA Dodgers are 2 wins away from a World Series berth after beating the Milwaukee Brewers 5-1 in Game 2 of the NLCS last night. And number 3, Indiana back at home Saturday against Michigan State. They'll kick off at 3:30. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
Yesterday, President Trump returning from the Middle East, the ceremony to present to Erica Kirk, the widow of the late Charlie Kirk, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And there will be plenty of people who will try and dismiss all of it.
1 month after Charlie's death, we still feel the terrible shock and the pain of his loss like just about nobody I can think of. Charlie Kirk was one of a kind. He was unstoppable. And he really was. Boy, when he had an idea in his head, he would call me, "Sir, please, you haven't done it yet." I said, "Charlie, relax. Just relax." He didn't relax. He'd call me the next day again. It got it done. But he was like indomitable and always will be. He's really irreplaceable. Nobody going to replace him. But they're going to do great. But you can't replace that kind of person and that kind of talent, frankly. The word talent is an important word, but that kind of talent.
The people who see this and are upset with it are the people who get upset about everything. Pay them no mind. In a very weird bit of commentary, some people were commenting on what Erica Kirk was wearing, or that she was smiling. Listen, I don't know what it's like to lose a spouse. And my deal is I don't get to find out. That's our deal. I don't know. Maybe many married couples have that deal as well. How would I know what life is one day to the next? She saw the president, she smiled, and somehow that's oh my gosh, she's a terrible widow. It's a level of ugly that only social media could create. Now this ugly goes into another story that I'll get into regarding some absolutely dopey, ignorant, incredibly stupid young Republicans. Good Lord. Did you not think your text messages were going to be found out for the world? Did you not think that character assassination was job number one? I'll get to that story and all of its parts. But there's so nothing wrong with this. There's so nothing out of the realm with this. The issue are the people who want to still scream that somehow that Charlie Kirk was a racist. They're the people who will scream racism about everything. They are the Chicken Littles. They are the sky is falling crowd. You're not supposed to respect them. I can't stop them from screaming it. But they shouldn't ask for respect like somehow they've offered up some insight that has value and worthy of consideration. They haven't. It's not. And they don't deserve any respect. So do yourself a favor. Stop getting yourself worked up by these people. Openly dismiss them and then move on with your day. And if you're in the business of honoring people, right? November 3rd, 2026. That's the midterms. Someone's got to win an election. Someone's got to lose an election. Focus on the ballot box. That's my advice. I think it's good advice. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer David Band, Vice President of Communications for Volunteers of America, an organization that supports veterans, seniors, and families with affordable housing.
We rely on Applied Innovation for a multitude of services, from IT support through our multifunctional devices. These devices are supremely important to our innovation and our ability to serve our clients.
Applied Innovation's culture means being involved in their local communities.
The Applied Innovation staff is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, whether they are supporting our mission, supporting our events, or helping us with what we need, it's not often we can find an organization that quote-unquote just gets it.
The benefit of Applied Innovation support?
Bottom line benefit is I can get out there, I can engage with the community and help spread the mission and help people that need our services, veterans, seniors, and families.
Looking for a company that simply gets it? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit applieddinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Enough is enough. Governor Braun said he would listen to Hoosiers and stand up to Washington's plans to rig our maps. But now, those Washington insiders are coming to Indiana to finish the job. Unless we can stop them, we want our votes to count, our voices to be heard, and for lawmakers and Governor Braun to focus on issues that matter to us. Utility bills, inflation, taxes. Keep standing strong against redistricting at playfairindiana.com. Paid for by Indiana Conservation Voters.
Fostech is American-made firearms made right here in Indiana. American craftsmanship meets cutting-edge innovation. Their lightweight AR-15s are incredible, and they don't sacrifice dependability or durability. Advanced machining capabilities create incredible products, and they are all designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Fostech, owned by a family that has served and loved their country. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's F-O-S-T-E-C-H, Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or low back pain, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And here's Dennis.
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. Good Feet just took that pain away, and I could do my job, and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's gonna be. It's gonna be positive, and it's gonna be pain-free.
You deserve a better life, too. Stop into the Good Feet store today. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what are we doing?
South side northbound 65 slow from Raymond into the south split because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain.
It requires ICE requires these local law enforcement officials to honor ICE detainers instead of just letting illegal aliens go. It has state social services agencies start collecting data on how many illegal aliens they're giving our tax money to, through welfare benefits. So it does a lot of good stuff. Got out of the House real well, and it was stopped by a liberal senator who calls herself a Republican. Her name's Liz Brown. She's from Fort Wayne. She just didn't want to hear it.
That was the Attorney General Todd Rokita yesterday on this show. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Calling out Liz Brown regarding illegal immigration. And then I get a message from Liz Brown's staff, from her staff, saying how, hey, we'd like to respond to this. And I said, okay. So State Senator Liz Brown will be here at 8:15 to respond to the statement from the Attorney General, Todd Rokita. We will talk about immigration, illegal immigration, what we do about anybody who's engaging a sanctuary policy in the state of Indiana. Looking forward to the conversation. Staff reached out. I said, right on. Come on, let's have the talk. A good learning lesson for everybody in the General Assembly. Just reach out. It's an easy place. Say your piece. We'll discuss it. Just that simple. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see if other people try it. In the meantime, there is a very, very stupid story going around. And it's a story of people being stupid. Truly, truly ignorant. And I'm not talking about the ladies of The View, talking to Cheryl Hines, the wife of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Your husband, when he announced basically that he believed he found some causal links between autism and Tylenol, it created a lot of panic in women who were being told by their OBGYNs who look at them that Tylenol, if necessary to treat pain during pregnancy, is safe. What would you say, and I know you're not a medical professional, but to women who now feel anxious and nervous because their doctor's telling them one thing, but the top public health professional is telling them something very different?
I will share that with you in the popcorn moment at 7:15. Politico runs a story. Now, anything involving Politico I take with a grain of salt. Always. They run a story, leaked messages expose young Republicans' racist chat. And they got access to thousands of private messages of these Republican leaders, young people. When I say young people, they're in their 20s. They're adults, right? It's like college students. They're adults, and we have to start referring to them as such. They're joking about everything and anything. They're talking about everything. If it's a racist comment, if it's an anti-Semitic comment, if it's an anti-gay comment, it is just this full-on level of what in the world are you doing? There is a conversation about, there is guy talk, there's a conversation about how friends talk to each other, there's a conversation about what it is you put out on a text. This is nuts. I agree that if someone were to look at a text message between two brothers, let's say, a text chain, it could probably get pretty raunchy. It could probably get pretty rough. It'd probably be like, oh my gosh. Brother speaking to a brother could have some commentary. A friend speaking to a friend could have some commentary that you would find offensive and obscene, but they're talking to each other and joking with each other. It has no basis in how they may view the world. If you are the vice chair of the Kansas Young Republicans, and you're using the N-word, because you're not allowed to say certain things on air, in texts repeatedly, not in a quote aspect, how do you not know that that's going to get used against you? What exactly is wrong with you? And for the record, for what purpose are you engaged in it? Dear Lord, there are people talking about gas chambers. I mean, it's all over the map and it's all completely ridiculous. And yes, it is more than okay to say, what in the world is wrong with you? People are getting fired. Well, of course they're getting fired. Some of these people were associated with, I believe, Representative Elise Stefanik, who's running a campaign for governor, and she's firing people. Of course she is. What kind of crazy? A guy who identified himself as the general counsel for the New York State Young Republicans? It goes on and on. There are two things here. Never deny ridiculousness. Never deny something that's stupid as being stupid and saying so. That's gross. It is gross. Two things can be true at the same time. We are now fully in because, man, they've opened the box. Welcome to the dawn of unrelenting, context-free character assassination. This stuff has some context as I read it. I'll allow anybody to mount a defense, but it has some context. Just gross people being gross. Not having a mind, not thinking, not pre-thinking, just thinking that everything's going to be fine. But now you will see the objective here is to destroy reputations. That's going to be the objective. You're going to see this happen in a mass level, and with the world of AI, we're not going to be 100% sure what is real and what is not. And we're going to have to wait to get information and wait to get verification before we can move forward with thoughts and ideas. But this is now where we're at in the timeline of the darkest timeline. And then it should be noted that we should not be afraid when it's on our side to say, that's disgusting and you're wrong. The Democratic Party has an attorney general candidate in Virginia by the name of Jay Jones, who put in text messages that he wanted to kill the Republican Speaker of the House of Virginia and his kids. And not a Democrat in Virginia has asked him to resign. Not a one. They're all standing by him. I discuss stories that are out there, but I don't get lectured to by people who won't say, hey, you said you wanted to murder kids. You don't get to run for office. I don't take lectures from those people. Ever. And neither should you. Matt Bear has got traffic on the fives. What's up, Matthew?
Looking at northbound 65 south side, slow Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. North side eastbound 465 slows from Ditch Road over to Meridian. And checking out southbound 65 coming down from Boone County. That looks pretty good right now coming in from State Road 47 to the Dogleg 865. No problems there. Looking at inbound of Fall Creek Parkway, Bimford coming in from I-69 to Meridian Street. That's 12 minutes, no delays at the moment. And south side, eastbound 465 looking good right now. 69 over to I-65, no problems there. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hi, this is Denny Smith, and it's time to get ready for spooky season by eliminating all of that spooky dirt, grime, and spills. Halloween brings out the best in people, but it also brings out some pretty scary crud from all the foot traffic. How about having Zero Res help you take on all of that with an unbelievable October special? Get 3 rooms Zero Resified starting at just $129 and 15% off dryer vent and air duct cleaning too. Now that's some serious savings on the carpet cleaning. And remember that your air ducts are where the really spooky stuff is. Yikes! The Zero Res service for your carpets, floors, dryer vents, or air ducts is easy to line up, and you can go online at ZeroResIndy.com to do the scheduling at your convenience. I love these folks, and don't forget the ZR water difference. No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals, leaving things really clean. Now mention WIBC and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at $129 plus 15% off dryer vent and air duct cleaning too. Call 317-388-5141 or book things online at zeroresindy.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $289 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 11/2.
Energy slipping? Losing your edge? It could be low T. Take action. Synergen X and Low T Center offer a quick free T test.
Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized by experts just for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting. TRTMVP.com.
Transform your backyard this fall with Indie Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with our best stamped concrete patio package. Create the perfect space for cozy outdoor hangouts. Hurry, this offer ends November 1st. Visit IndieDecorativeConcrete.com for details.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete offer details. Offer ends 10/31/2025.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why President Trump's borders are, says Hoosier political leaders need to lend a hand, what police in southern Indiana were busy doing, and why Tyrese Halliburton is talking to Netflix. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a Wednesday morning. It's 7 o'clock.
One of the bodies Hamas turned over wasn't a hostage. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Forensic examination in Israel shows it's an unidentified Palestinian. The other remains given were dead hostages, but so far Hamas has still only turned over 7.
The news will add to tensions as families await the return of 21 deceased loved ones. The first phase of President Donald Trump's peace plan had a deadline for Hamas to return all hostages, living and dead, by noon local time on Monday. Terms published by the Israeli media last week appeared to acknowledge that Hamas would struggle to locate all of the bodies in time.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The ceasefire deal also calls for Hamas to lay down their weapons.
If they don't disarm, we will disarm them.
President Trump with a warning to Hamas, which is already in breach of the agreement by not returning all 28 of the deceased Israeli hostages. In Gaza, Hamas terrorists continued carrying out extrajudicial killings in public squares of those they suspect of collaborating with Israel, and clans they suspect could threaten their authority.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin in Tel Aviv. The U.S. military has blown up another boat off the Venezuelan coast suspected of trafficking illegal drugs, the fifth one. President Trump posted video of it on Truth Social, writing they killed 6 narco-terrorists on board. At the White House on what would have been Charlie Kirk's 32nd birthday, the president paid tribute, calling the murdered conservative leader
a fearless warrior for liberty, beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before.
He awarded Kirk the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, accepted by Kirk's widow, Erica.
Charlie, baby, I know that you're celebrating in heaven today, but gosh, I miss you. We miss you.
6 foreign nationals will have to leave the country for social media posts making light of or celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination last month. The State Department revoked their visas. Civil rights groups have criticized that as violations of free speech. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What he wants Hoosier political leaders to know about illegal immigration. Clear radar, 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 72 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02.
Last time I looked at the data, right around 70% of everybody ICE arrests is a criminal. Either a criminal conviction or pending criminal charges, which means we found them in the jail. Who are the other 30%? Many of them are final orders deportation. They had due process at great taxpayer expense.
President Trump's border czar Tom Homan speaking Tuesday at the State House, urging political leaders to support enforcement and legislation to counter former President Joe Biden's open border policy.
Whatever you can do, state of Indiana, to help us make Indiana safer. I'm not saying every little alien is a public safety threat, but many are. Help us. Because every public safety threat we remove from this country makes your neighborhood safer.
In the event hosted by Attorney General Todd Rokita, who blamed Senate Judiciary Chair Liz Brown, a Republican in Fort Wayne, for a bill's failure that would have emboldened more immigration enforcement in Indiana. Johnson County Coroner Mike Pruitt is now behind bars with no bond on accusations he provided alcohol to 2 girls on multiple occasions.
This is a big deal because this is an authority figure who's using his position of authority to take advantage of a juvenile.
State Police Sergeant Kevin Getz.
Through the cooperation of Mr. Pruitt's attorney, he surrendered himself this morning to the Johnson County jail without incident.
And Pruitt charged with misdemeanor charges. State police believe there was a murder-suicide in Santa Claus on Tuesday. John Herrick has the details.
State Police Sergeant John Davis says this all started a little after 12:15 Tuesday afternoon.
The Spencer County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call from a Jamie Atkins stating that she had shot her husband.
So Davis says when the police officers got to the Atkins home, they found both Jamie and John Atkins with gunshot wounds. John was dead and Jamie was alive at that point, but she later died at a hospital in Kentucky. Davis says the investigation into this is far from over. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton says last year's ending was a real gut check. He appeared on a Netflix special called Starting Five.
Like, you know, you gotta like move on, move forward. But like, it's just like it's tough. But you know, I'm gonna work my ass off to to get back there.
And he says he's going to do it in a Pacers uniform. The special drops tomorrow on Netflix. Halloween might all be about costumes and spooky fun, but for many people, the real fright comes from an empty candy bowl. A study commissioned by CVS says most people dive into their Halloween stash well ahead of the first knock on the door. On average, they finish their candy not once, but twice before the trick-or-treaters arrive. 1 in 4 confess they've had to restock as many as 3 times before the trick-or-treaters come through. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
Hey, Ryan, looking at the south side, northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. That's construction. North side, eastbound 465 stop-and-go before Ditch Road over to Meridian 31. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard the Staples Easy Bunting is back with even more easy. Press it for custom print shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We have a little bit more cloud cover out there this morning.
than what we saw yesterday. And I think throughout the day today, look for a partly to mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures will be into the lower 70s. Yesterday we hit 80, so we're going to be about 9 to 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. A few clouds later tonight with lows around 50. And then for Thursday, still a dry day with a mostly sunny sky with highs near 71. A few more clouds for your Friday, but still dry. And then heading into the weekend, we're just keeping an eye on that system. Still looks like we're going to see some decent rain late Saturday into early on Sunday morning.
That is Tara Hastings from Wish TV letting you know that you can't have a nice weekend.
Right.
So the rain is Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah, it looks like, I think it looks like it's timing a little bit later on Saturday and could linger into very early Sunday morning.
Okay, so we've got all day Saturday, and by the time we wake up Sunday, it'll be a little chill in the air, some football, a cigar, a steak, maybe sit outside with a jacket. Everything's going to be fine.
All right, well, where's my invite?
Oh, no. I was talking about what other people do. You should be working.
Yes, of course.
Right. You should be out there giving people the updates, the TikTok on the weather immediately. Every second, there should be another report.
The TikTok. Because you're on the TikTok. Are you on the TikTok?
No. I don't mean TikTok, the app. I meant the TikTok, like being timely.
Oh, like the actual clock.
Yeah, like an actual clock. Right?
I gotcha.
Can you read an analog clock, or do you need digital?
Yes.
Do you need the numbers?
No, I can
Just
read
making
an
sure.
analog clock. No.
Just making sure. Because we have a generation coming that I'm not so sure.
Well, I mean, a rotary phone. I mean, do kids know what that is?
But no one's bringing back the rotary phone. But sometimes you've got a watch that tells time without digital numbers.
Oh, yes.
So it's like writing cursive. Can anybody write a check anymore? I know who writes a check, but still, sometimes.
Sometimes I am with you. I write a check every once in a while, and I sign my name in cursive.
Look at you, like a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Like a professional. Is there anything Tara Hastings can't do? The answer is no. There's nothing Tara Hastings can't do.
I could do it
Tara
all.
Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you. The rain coming Saturday night. 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:08. So, because I shouldn't say it that way. I'm trying to figure out a way to be polite about this, and I'm not particularly interested in doing so, in that I don't believe I have to do so. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Redistricting and property taxes are two different things. And if people want the state of Indiana to bring down property taxes, which is exactly what I want, let's go organize and let's go pressure these members of the General Assembly to lower property taxes. Let's go. Who's taking the lead on this? Who's organizing this? What's the bipartisanship on this? Tell me where to be. I'm all in. The property tax issue is a big issue. It is a large deal. And yes, the General Assembly failed on this subject. There is no question here. I'm not in debate about that. The argument of you can't talk about redistricting because of property taxes is a child's argument made by Democrats. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, throwing bombs this morning, am I? Two subjects can exist at the same time. My conversation about redistricting has no bearing on where I am regarding property taxes or my carrying on the subject. The redistricting issue is about calling the special session and saying, should we change the boundaries in the state of Indiana? And I vote yes. And I believe the General Assembly should vote yes. And I believe the General Assembly should vote yes because Nancy Pelosi is telling you that this is a good idea.
That added 5 seats, which meant members had to give up some of their Democrats to do that. Zoe Lofgren, our chair of our caucus, and Pete Aguilar, who's the chair of the bigger caucus, they led the way on this. Zoe has just been remarkable. So our delegation had to vote for this. The state legislature, House and Senate, under the leadership of Speaker Rivas and pro tem leader of the Senate, McGuire, they then supported what we sent them. And then, of course, Gavin Newsom carried the ball down is carrying the ball down the field, and we're very proud of that. But everybody, since we're all into it, people have, you have to own the ground to win an election. So everybody has a vested interest in California in doing this. So we had a plan. I don't, if other states have a plan to do. But, we only need 3 seats to win, to make Hakeem the speaker.
I'm sick and tired of trying to drag you guys into a rational point of view. And I'm talking about everybody, not just those in the General Assembly. Everybody who thinks that redistricting is so, oh my gosh, how dare you? Their plan is to steal as many seats as they can to make Hakeem Jeffries the speaker. You think it's beneath you in Indiana to redistrict? Look at the fight that you're in. Do you not see what's happening? Well, this wouldn't happen if Texas was. Texas can do what Texas does. And if it was contained to Texas, I wouldn't even be in this place. Because I wasn't in this place until California decided they were going to redistrict as retaliation. What makes you think it's going to stop with California? Nancy Pelosi just told you there's a plan. She just told you everyone's got a vested interest, except for the Republicans in Indiana who want to think they're above it all and we don't need to redistrict here. I need you to learn how to fight, and right now you're not doing the job, so allow me to remind you, you need to learn how to fight. This is what you're up against. And you're going to tell me that somehow it's beneath you? No. Not doing it is insane. We should be redistricting. We should, at the very least, have the special session and hold the vote. I've had people on my social media feed, say you're a conservative and believe in fiscal responsibility, all the money wasted. I can cut 17 progressive programs in the state of Indiana by throwing a dart at a board. You're going to tell me about the money. Sit down, be quiet. It's a silly argument. I'm paying no attention to it. I am paying attention to the fact that redistricting needs to happen. I am in favor of it. Maybe I'll lose the fight. But my argument is sound, and it has nothing to do with property taxes. Now I want the people who want to lower property taxes, me being one of them, to organize, walk into the State House and demand it. Stop complaining from the sidelines. Go do the thing. I'm with you. I'm there. Tell me where to be. But my conversation about redistricting is directly to those elected officials. This is the fight, kids. Go fight. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Well, the Fed just sounded the alarm. The stock market is dangerously overvalued. And if your retirement savings are tied up in the market, this could be the smart time to protect and grow your savings outside of Wall Street. One option gives you a 20% upfront bonus. It's got a competitive return that's averaged 10% annually for the last 10 years.
So here's the simple math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first 12 months. So in the first year, that original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the information from Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Call 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. 648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Baer, what are you doing?
Northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic before Raymond into the south split because of construction. Inbound 69 slows from 106th Street to 82nd. Northbound 465 slow on the northwest side, 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard the Staples? Easy Bunton is back with even more easy. Press it for custom print shipping services, even passport photo Staples. That was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Well, since my baby left me. It's a tribute to the king of rock and roll. On October 17th and 18th, Frankie Marino and family come to the Hilbert Circle Theater to perform some of Elvis's most famous hits with conductor Enrico Lopez Yanez and the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra. Well, so lonely, don't wait. Get your tickets today. Take my hand. Tickets on sale now at IndianapolisSymphony.org or the ISO box office downtown.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside your four walls, Booher Remodeling, that's the call to make. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in central Indiana, custom Amish cabinets made in Indiana, and the highest quality brand names you know and trust. That's what Booher Remodeling is going to use to make your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement look amazing, work for you and your family, and Booher will guide you through the entire process, starting with a free initial consultation. They stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee, and they deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. Booher Remodeling has been great to work with. They redid my bathroom. They're coming now to take a look at parts of my kitchen to redo. Booher. That's the name in central Indiana for over 2 decades. Talk to them today about your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, your project, creating value for your family and your life. Booher Remodeling, 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher. B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. There it is. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. This story about the Pentagon press, the Pentagon changing the rules, Hegseth's press office outlining new rules requiring beat reporters to sign a pledge not to obtain or use unauthorized material, even if the information is unclassified, and any journalist who doesn't sign the pledge risks losing physical access to the Pentagon. And so ABC, CBS, CNN, NBC, and Fox refused to sign. The statement says, today we join virtually every other news organization in declining to agree to the Pentagon's new requirements, which would restrict journalists' ability to keep the nation and the world informed of important national security issues. The policy is without precedent and threatens core journalistic protections. We will continue to cover the U.S. military as each of our organizations has done for many decades, upholding the principles of a free and independent press. I would argue they're right. In that if if there's a real question about if you're given some kind of information that could help the enemy, should you publish that? If you're given information that could harm the United States, should you publish that? I think that that's a constant, legitimate conversation, and one about, well, what does the journalist do? I have this information. If it was obtained because someone gave it to you, well, what do you do? Well, this is really about shutting down leaks. That's a problem for the Pentagon. And certainly that is part of the reason to replace people across the media landscape, across the governmental landscape, who are involved for issues of ideology and narrative and not based on what's best for the nation. But I'm a journalist and I get this information, and now if I print it, I don't get access? No. I'll do this from the outside. I think that this is something that Hegseth is going to lose on. We'll see how it plays out. But the story I wanted to share with you was Cheryl Hines on The View, where she is the wife of the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and they're asking her about his conversations about Tylenol, acetaminophen, and autism, and now women who are pregnant, they're not sure what to take, and they start pressing her about her husband.
Well, they said consult your doctor before taking it. That's what they were saying, and that holds. So I agree. Listen, I've been pregnant. I understand. It's stressful being pregnant, I found, because you're so concerned with everything. I didn't drink caffeine when I was pregnant. So to say, hey, consult your doctor before you take this, I agree with that, and I think that's okay for moms to hear.
Cheryl?
Yeah? Go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am... This is not your fight, really, to be fighting. Yeah. This is your husband's fight.
Thank you for acknowledging that. But go ahead. But hear what we're talking about.
I do want to say, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's talking, when he's speaking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get, because
Whoopi Goldberg has decided she's got the best information and starts with, listen, it's your husband here, but let me tell you how terrible he is. To which Cheryl Hines, to her credit.
As you know, yeah, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested, take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me. And I wonder, does it give you pause, and are you able to say, that might not actually be so, because I've got my experience and I've lived with this and I'm still here. So are you able to have those conversations with her?
I am able to have those conversations. And just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
But they've had a science background.
There have been 3.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, one of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
But the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have had a science background.
Wait, don't do anything else.
And now they go to break because Cheryl Hines just put Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin in the trunk. Here are the facts. Oh, no. They have science backgrounds. No, they don't. Javier Becerra didn't have a science background. No, they don't necessarily. It's a political position. So they're trying to push a narrative against her husband, as opposed to what does the data tell us? By the way, this conversation about Tylenol and pregnancy didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of other studies that they're looking at differently and addressing differently. Was it, I think, released in a clumsy way? One could argue that. But there is a basis for all of this. So, I mean, Cheryl and I don't agree politically. Neither do Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and I. But my gosh, she handled herself well there. Hey, we know it's your husband, but let's talk about what a moron he is and how wrong he is on everything, because we're 2 women on TV and we're experts. This isn't the first time Whoopi Goldberg's been doing a fact check and then got her stuff handed to her. And Sunny Hostin, I haven't played a view clip in a while, and there's a reason, and I probably won't for a while either. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matty Boo Boo?
Northwest side, northbound 465 slows, 86th Street up to 865, making east. You'll slow down again at Michigan Road out to Meridian 31. Inbound 69, slow traffic 116th Street to 465. And northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go from Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom print, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Josh Reckley, Chief Operating Officer for Otter Air Services, utilizes Applied Innovation for both copiers and IT support.
We engaged with Applied early in our infancy stage of Otter, before we even had a facility, just kind of looking for managed IT solutions.
Otter Air relies heavily on Applied Innovation to keep you up and running.
Our entire operation is really set up and heavily based on computers. We're really happy to partner with such a strong group and would highly recommend them to anyone that is currently looking for managed IT or even copiers.
And Applied Innovation will play a critical role in your future.
It's been a great working relationship with Applied as we grow in size and need, just the peace of mind having these folks, at our disposal is really strong for us.
Looking for reliable managed IT support? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
The weather's brought fall color to Sundown Gardens. A great fresh selection of container trees has just arrived. The nursery staff at Sundown Gardens is ready to help you get all of your fall plantings done. And while you're there, shop all the season sales. 20% off interior fall decor, 50% off pottery, and some nursery selection is up to 50% off. The Garden Center has a great selection of local grown mums, pumpkins, and more. Sundown Gardens on the corner of 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, sundowngardens.com.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete offer details. Offer ends 10/31/2025.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The Middle East peace deal is in jeopardy. Clear radar, 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 72 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Israel said today that a body returned by Hamas is not one of the deceased hostages, which jeopardizes peace efforts. The country had already criticized Hamas for releasing just 4 of the 28 dead hostages on Monday and another 4 yesterday. At his last NATO meeting in June, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said he was very encouraged by allies stepping up their defense spending.
He struck a different tone in February, warning the United States was shifting military priorities away from defending Europe to instead deterring China. A new military aid plan for Ukraine is being worked up by leaders from NATO and the European Union. That'll play a big role in today's talks, with no doubt one eye on Friday when Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visits the White House to meet President Donald Trump.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage reporting. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries criticizing GOP leadership for canceling votes again this week as the government shutdown enters its 15th day.
House Republicans are on vacation. House Democrats are on duty here in Washington, D.C.
Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen says Democrats won't vote to reopen the government because President Trump keeps firing federal workers. The ongoing government shutdown is delaying the Social Security cost of living adjustments for over 70 million Americans.
Originally due this week, the announcement is now expected October 24th. The delay tied to the unreleased Consumer Price Index is making it harder for retirees to plan their finances.
That's Fox's Ted Linder.
Advocates warn the projected 2.7% increase won't keep pace with rising costs. Some lawmakers are pushing to change how the numbers are calculated, factoring in expenses like health care. New benefit amounts will be shared in December, with changes taking effect January 1st.
Speaker Mike Johnson warns this shutdown could become the longest in history. Tucked inside Los Angeles County, the small industrial city of Vernon holds a troubling title. It's the most burglarized city in America. That's according to Safewise, a security research firm that dug into FBI data. They looked at burglaries per 100 residents for 2023 and found that more than half of the people living there had experienced a burglary in 2023. It's been a while since we heard the phrase, "Let's go Brandon," but a free speech dispute involving that saying on T-shirts is playing out in Michigan.
The phrase became an online sensation in 2021, not long after former President Biden took office. NASCAR fans were chanting a vulgar phrase about Biden, but a network TV sports reporter at the time claimed they were chanting, "Let's go Brandon," and an internet meme was born. The phrase appeared on T-shirts, and 2 boys in Michigan wore them to Tri-County Middle School in 2022 after getting them for Christmas. School administrators ordered the boys to remove the shirts. Their parents filed suit, claiming the school violated the boys' First Amendment rights. The 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled Tuesday in favor of the school.
That's Fox's Tom Rigotti reporting. And sports on WIBC, the Indianapolis Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo says guys like tackle DeForest Buckner and the team's veteran players keep giving it their all, and that relentless effort is a big reason that your Colts are in first place.
Whether it be a young guy, an older guy, or a first-year rookie, or a first-year guy to the team, they're watching, a premier Pro Bowler chase the ball like it's the 4th down in a Super Bowl. That says a lot about kind of the DNA of the guys, and certainly Buck for sure.
And the Colts signed quarterback Brent Rippon after placing Anthony Richardson on IR. Sunday's game in LA kicks off at 4:05. Indy 5-1. The LA Chargers 4-2. The Butler Bulldogs welcome back Gordon Hayward, a former NBA All-Star, as a volunteer executive basketball advisor Tuesday, working with head coach Thad Matta and the team's leadership staff. On Friday, Butler plays Notre Dame in a men's exhibition game at Hinkle Fieldhouse. College football, number 3 IU plays at home this weekend on Saturday against Michigan State. Kickoff at 3:30. And the LA Dodgers are 2 wins away from a World Series berth after beating the Milwaukee Brewers last night in Game 2 of the NLCS final score 5-1. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now, Ryan, I'm checking out northbound 65 at stop-and-go traffic from Keystone Avenue up to the South Split. That's because of construction and an 8-minute delay. Also, northbound 465 on the northwest side is slow from 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 69, 4-minute delay, 116th Street down to 465. East side, a little bit of slow. Northbound 465 from 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace. Oh, it's not just a Stanley. Oh, no, it's not just something to keep your hot drinks hot or your cold drinks cold. No. It's special. It's the Alphaba Stanley. Hey, I don't get it either. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. All sorts of stuff is on the Marketplace. I've bought stuff. I've sold stuff. I've done it all. The Marketplace. Brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. That final paycheck, that dividend, that refund. They didn't know where to send it, so it's with the Attorney General's office. Now the Attorney General wants to get it to you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony, to 46220. Fast, easy, free to use. Get your money. It belongs to you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Bear, do you know what the Stanley is?
It's a steamer. It's a vacuum Stanley.
Right.
Steamer.
That's pretty old school.
Oh.
That's a pretty old school Stanley steamer. Carpet cleaner. No. The kids today know that Stanley is a term used on Urban Dictionary. Hold on. That's not it?
You mean like that guy's a Stanley. That guy's a Chad. That guy's a creep.
Well, no, Chad's a Chad. Stanley is something completely
D-bag.
different. A Stanley, we're talking about the company, and their coolers, like their cups. They got the thermal cup like a Yeti.
Oh,
like a Yeti, and they're very popular. Oh God, you got to get a Stanley. Oh my gosh, you got to have a Stanley. What do you mean you don't have a Stanley? Can't sit at our table at the lunchroom if you don't have a Stanley. Not Bear.
I always got kicked off the lunch table because
right. Yeah. It is the accessory of the cool and hip. Right. It is the Mean Girls accessory of the day. And so they're very, very popular. This, I think, takes it to a new level. Matt Bear, the photos are up there on my Twitter feed, on X at Tony Katz. This is the Stanley Alphaba 20 ounce. Now, you know who Alphaba is?
No, Alphaba is trying to Wicked.
Yes, she is the witch.
Frozen. She's frozen.
Wicked. You got it right.
Oh, it was Wicked. Okay.
From Wicked, right? And becomes best friends with Glinda, and then the story goes from there.
Yeah.
It's the Alphaba version because it's in green.
Oh, wow. That's
brand new Stanley Alphaba 20 ounce, no dents or scratches, as opposed to Matt Bear himself.
Oh, yeah.
Rim has a very tiny scuff, exactly like Matt Bear himself. Yes. I tried to get in the picture, but couldn't. Oh, no, they meant the scuff. They weren't trying to get themselves in the picture. They're trying to get the scuff in the photo.
Okay. This is a really cool cup. I mean, it's
Is it a cool cup?
Yeah, I think so. I'd never seen a Stanley before in my life. I know Yetis are really expensive, so I'd imagine this might be like somewhere in the same ballpark. So if you can get a deal on the Marketplace, yeah, buy your Stanley. Keep your drink as a drink.
Would you pay $75?
No.
Well,
no, it's a terrible price.
Be getting the Stanley Alphaba, the Stanley 40-ounce stainless steel H2O flow state quencher tumbler.
I don't even know what makes this a wicked cup other than it's green. I'm looking at the logo, and it's a bear with a halo and angel wings.
Yeah,
so,
well, and whenever I think of bears, I think of angel wings and a halo. What do you think of?
America.
Right? We need a picture of Matt Bear with a halo and angel wings.
Oh, it's about time. Hey, I can do anything. I'm just looking at, I don't see the value in $75 unless I knew more about the Stanley Cup. And I think I'd research before I buy, but then buy. Maybe. That would be the logical progression there.
Just so you know, Target sells the 40-ounce version for $55.
But that's not the special edition Alphabet Wicked Witched.
Yeah, and they're sold out. You can't even get one. This one's, they say, is the 20-ounce version. They're selling for $75.
How long have these been hot? I've never heard of the Stanley Cup. Why haven't I heard of this?
I don't know. Exactly how long have you been old?
I don't know.
That's as long as they've been hot.
That's relative, you know. I mean,
it's been a couple years.
Yeah, sure.
I'd say tail end of COVID.
I'd say I'm still kind of going into it, you know. I mean, not quite there yet.
So are you saying you're not a buyer at $75?
A cool cup. I just don't. No, $75. I don't have that cash laying around, so no, I don't want the cup. I'd rather spend it on something else.
It promises all-day hydration.
Well, I can get that from a hose, you know.
Well said.
Yeah, it's true.
You.
It
is there for you on the marketplace. Check it out for yourself. We've got all the good stuff on the marketplace at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. When power is needed, what is your plan? Your plan has to be Generator Supercenter. Not when the power goes out. Right now. Start talking to Generator Supercenter about a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. They take care of the monitoring. They take care of the installation. Their electricians, their technicians, making sure everything is working perfectly, and they've got 24-hour monitoring. But with a Generac automatic standby generator, you've got power when you need it. No matter what's going on, the grid goes down, ice on the power line, snaps the power line. If it's an hour, if it's a day, if it's longer, you and your family are safe and secure. Generator Supercenter. Talk to them today. They're right there where 96 meets 69. Check out the showroom for yourself. And yeah, there's a lot of different options. Or talk to them. Give Generator Supercenter a call. 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter. 827-0808.
Hammer and Nigel.
America has a new favorite beer. It's Mick Ultra. If you remember, Modelo was the #1 beer in America. They're blaming Trump. The Trump administration's immigration policies have affected it. Oh, come on.
At least Cracker Barrel came out and said, hey, we screwed up. We're going to go back to the way things were. Bud Light never did.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Pat Sullivan here. I've got a fall lifesaver for you, gutter helmet. You know what fall means in Indiana? Leaves, piles of them. And if you've got gutters, you've got a problem, unless you've got gutter helmet like I do. I haven't cleaned my gutters in years. Why? Because gutter helmet does the dirty work for me. This isn't just a cover. It's a patented system that allows water to flow through while the debris slides off and your gutters stay clear. No more ladders, no more scooping out soggy gunk. Just peace of mind. Thousands of Central Indiana homeowners have already made the switch. Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection since 1981. And it's been protecting my home every time it rains. And right now, they're offering a 15% discount plus 12 months no-interest financing. But don't wait. This deal ends October 31st. Call 800-5HELMET for your free no-pressure estimate. That's 800-5HELMET or visit gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
East side northbound 465, stop and go traffic from 70 up to East 56. South side northbound 65, stop and go Keystone Avenue into the south split, an 8-minute delay. Northbound 65 70 also slow from the south split up to Washington Street. Eastbound 70 slows west into the south split. East side northbound 465 slow from 70 up to East 56. Northwest side eastbound 465 slow roll off 865 over to Meridian. That's delayed 6 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. If you're living with a chronic condition like diabetes, chronic heart failure, or a cardiovascular disorder, you might count on extra support with your healthcare too. That's why United Healthcare offers chronic special needs plans with extra benefits and a large provider network to choose from. Visit uhc.com/Medicare to find out if you qualify today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Indiana can count on. Provider network may vary in local market.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
See a wreck on 465? Find a new pothole on your way to work? You can let Matt Bear know and help out your fellow travelers. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393 and join the text club.
Now, for those of you who know, and I don't know if producer Kurt knows, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. Don't let that music go anywhere. Producer Kurt is in for producer Kylan, who's in for producer Carl, who is on assignment. And this, Al Green, this was my wedding song. Turn it up.
Want to spend my life with you. Let me say, sing, baby, since we've been together.
I look good on my wedding day.
Ooh, loving you forever.
Somewhere I will post the photos with the hair down to my waist. What you didn't know about Tony back then. And to my wife, who might be listening to this, good choice. Very good choice. There is a story I was sharing yesterday on Tony Katz Today that requires us to revisit today. And it is the data that shows that everything that was ever discussed on this program by many others about the trans world and social contagion was accurate, that the abuse of children is unacceptable, that it is our job to fight against these people who want to make claims of gender-affirming care and ensure that any hospital that would want to engage a procedure of mutilating children is no longer a hospital and those doctors are no longer doctors. Don't tell me about their MD and somehow I have to listen to them. Hell no. They're monsters. The people who want to abuse children, mutilate children are monsters. And we as a society need to stop them. No society that abuses children can thrive. It can't. And as we saw 2020, 2021, 2022, my gosh, look at everybody identifying as trans this, trans that. We understood that this was social contagion. Kids were confused. Well, here's the answer. Kids wanted the attention, everything. So many ways this was ugly and deceitful and wrong, and you had adults playing into this, and political figures playing into this, playing into mental illness. Pure evil. Awful and sinful and terrible. I cannot think of enough words I can utilize on radio to describe this. The data shows that from a height just before 2023 of almost 10%, a share of students not identifying as male or female. Oh, I'm non-binary. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. I'm gender fluid, all the rest. That number has dipped to between 2 and 4%, less than 4%. Why is that? I thought just this was the natural way it was. Why is that? It is because everyone has realized that this is obscene. Everyone who's rational has realized that you don't abuse children, and this is what it is. That gender-affirming care was a lie. It's always been a lie. And to any group in Indianapolis or in Indiana that's trying to make the claim that they do this, you are abusing children. If you want to fight me on this subject, I'm in. You can't hide behind the line gender-affirming care. Get bent. I'm stating for the record that the people who utilize gender-affirming care are the people who are the ones who seem to condone abuse of children. And the data shows that everything is trending down. Everywhere. Every subject. Trending down. This is very, very good news. If you take a look at the proportion of non-binary by cohort, trending down. How about the idea of anxiety or depression? In 2023, almost 40% of students saying they were anxious, and over 15% of students saying they're depressed. 2025, under 30% anxious, 10% depressed. Numbers that I think are still too high. Although I don't know how they would rank up against the last 20 years, let's say. I don't know how long the state has been going on. But going in the right direction. Parents getting a hold of the situation. Parents pushing aside these horrible people in education and other places. Those who are saying, well, we'll just tell everybody you're a girl and it's fine. Those who are saying it's okay that a man competes on the women's swim team and the girls just have to take it. No, they don't. They don't have to just lay back and take it. And I'm overjoyed that they haven't. This is a society getting healthier, smarter, better, steering away from the nonsense. Excellent, excellent news. And parents, keep up the fight. Your kids are worth it. Matt Bear has got traffic on the fives. What's up, Matthew?
Downtown, northbound 6570 at Washington Street. That is a stall blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic into the south split. This is also slowed down eastbound 70. That is stop-and-go from Harding Street into the south split, all because of that stall. South side, northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic coming up from South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That's a delay of 5 minutes. Inbound 69 slows 106th Street, 282nd. East side, northbound 465 slow traffic 70 up to Penn Pike. And on the northwest side, eastbound 465 slow off 865 over to Meridian 31. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best Stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends November 1st. Visit IndieDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, Hammer and Nigel here. Guys, you can feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you. It could be low testosterone. You got to take action now. Synergen X and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. So visit a local Synergen X or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like the other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that is right just for you.
Treatment is covered by most major health insurance. Book that free T-test right now at trtmvp.com. If your energy is slipping away, it could be low testosterone. Synergen X and Low T Center offer a quick, free T-test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, personalized by experts just for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting. TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $289 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 11/2.
At Duke Energy, we're making Indiana's energy grid stronger and more resilient, ready for storms and growing energy demands. We're adding more power to the Indiana grid. We're using new innovations and smart technology to restore outages faster. And we're doing it all in cost-efficient ways to keep bills as low as possible while we serve you with reliable energy. Duke Energy, building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Reinhardt Heating and Cooling. Owner Danny Reinhardt's son Kevin says one simple saying from his dad affects him every day at work.
Especially when you go out and do sales and service calls and collect money and do all this stuff that's important to a lot of people. He always said the number one thing I remember from him is just fair and honest wins every time.
You can trust Reinhardt Heating and Cooling, 317-745-4526. Reinhardt Heating and Cooling is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
Subject to credit approval. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete offer details. Offer ends 10/31/2025.
Truck drivers, don't miss out on the unmatched consistency of a Schneider driving job. At Schneider, you can find a driving position that fits your lifestyle and goals, all while getting the pay you deserve. Plus, Schneider drivers operate state-of-the-art, well-maintained equipment and have access to award-winning benefits and a 24/7 support team. Explore Schneider's huge selection of driving jobs today and find your perfect fit at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, why the Trump administration says Indiana can play a key role in border enforcement, why car dealers at a casino say they may soon go on strike, and why your electricity bill could go up much further than you expected after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Getting Hamas to keep complying with the Gaza ceasefire agreement. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
They will disarm, and if they don't disarm, we will disarm them.
and it'll happen quickly and perhaps violently.
President Trump issued that warning to lay down their weapons as Israel still awaits more dead hostage remains. Hamas is obligated to return.
The bodies of 3 additional hostages were released by Hamas. The total that remain inside Gaza stands at 21.
Fox's Trey Yingst also reports from Tel Aviv.
There's also an incredibly dangerous environment for Palestinian civilians as Hamas has executed a number of people accused of stealing aid and working with Israel.
As Russia keeps waging war in Ukraine and the U.S. keeps considering sending advanced Tomahawk missiles to help Ukraine in the fight, Russia says that would be a serious escalation. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth is at NATO headquarters in Brussels before President Trump's Friday meeting with Ukraine's President Zelensky.
Secretary Hegseth told reporters he expects other nations to invest more in a new arms initiative.
You get peace when you are strong, not when you use strong words or wag your finger. You get it when you have strong and real capabilities that adversaries respect.
The initiative is called PEARL, the Prioritized Ukraine Requirements List. It allows Ukraine to request American weapons and get them delivered fast.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. There have been more clashes over immigration raids in Chicago. Protesters threw rocks at agents who used tear gas on them, while in Los Angeles County, California, a state of emergency declared.
Calling for more state and federal assistance. That can open up everything from rent relief to legal aid as immigration enforcement actions continue. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, responded saying this: the only state of emergency is the one that residents of Los Angeles face after electing officials who give a middle finger to the law.
Fox's Doug Luzader. The Supreme Court will take up a voting rights case this morning, considering for a second time congressional redistricting in Louisiana. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why President Trump's border czar visited the capital city on Tuesday. Clear radar, 54 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 72. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. Illegal immigration is what President Trump's border czar Tom Homan came to Indy to talk about Tuesday. He told a room full of people at the State House that the government needs Indiana to cooperate with deportation efforts to remove the worst of the worst from the country.
Last time I looked at the data, right around 70% of everybody ICE arrests is a criminal, either a criminal conviction or pending criminal charges, which means we found them in the jail. Who are the other 30%? Many of them are final orders deportation. They had due process at great taxpayer expense.
In Homan headlined a House chamber event where Attorney General Todd Rokita and Governor Mike Braun urged lawmakers to support sweeping immigration enforcement in January. AES Indiana wants to raise electricity rates by about $21 a month, and people are concerned, but there's another twist this morning as consumer advocates say the costs might not stop there. BlackRock, the massive investment firm, is reportedly in talks to buy the utility. If that happens, some worry prices could climb higher. BlackRock's been buying utilities lately, with a purchase coming in Minnesota. Indiana Republicans are cheering a new crop deal with Taiwan, calling it a big boost for local farmers.
With the signing of 2 letters of intent with both the Indiana Corn Marketing Council and the Indiana Soybean Alliance late last month, Taiwan is committing to buy more than $6 billion worth of corn and soybeans from the U.S. between 2026 and 2029.
Taiwan's commitment to purchasing Indiana-grown corn and soybeans strengthens a reliable partnership while ensuring our farmers have stable markets for the crops that they work so tirelessly to produce.
State Representative Bo Baird of Greencastle believes this deal will benefit Hoosier farmers and the state's economy overall. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Car dealers at the Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino say they are ready to strike for the right to unionize.
Table games dealers and dual rates who helped build this department in 2020 have now been rewarded with insulting 3% raises, which are 11 cents an hour on our base pay.
A planned vote overseen by the National Labor Relations Board has been delayed due to the government shutdown. The vote is backed by Teamsters Local 135. Workers say the casino rejected a third-party observer that could have kept things in place as the October 17th election is on board. Notre Dame and USC bring 2 of college football's most explosive offenses into Saturday night's showdown at Notre Dame Stadium.
The Trojans average more than 8 yards a snap and lead the sack race with 20 on the year. The Irish counter with efficiency, own a +6 margin in turnovers, have 11 interceptions, and one of the nation's cleanest teams when it comes to penalties. Hidden yardage could be the difference in the game. Notre Dame's opponents have already been flagged for more than 400 yards. So it'll be a clash of pressure versus poise under the lights on Saturday. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And number 3 IU takes on Michigan State Saturday in Bloomington. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Northbound 6570, the stall cleared at Washington Street, still slow to the south split, and eastbound 70 backed up to Belmont. Northbound 65 slows after South Keystone Avenue to the south split because of 7-minute delay. East side northbound 465 slow traffic, 70 up to East 56th Street. North side eastbound 465 slow from Michigan Road to Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard the Staples Easy Bunton is back with even more easy. Present for custom print shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we feeling?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for a little bit more cloud cover during the day today. And because of that, I think temperatures will be into the lower 70s here in Indianapolis. A few clouds later tonight with lows falling to 50. On Thursday, we'll look for mostly sunny skies. Those temperatures right around the lower 70s. Still dry on Friday. And then over the weekend, we will look for a chance for some showers, even a few thunderstorms possible. Could bring some beneficial rains to parts of the state. Saturday, upper 70s, and then back into the mid-60s on Sunday.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. Thank you, Tara. Always appreciate it. 54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07. International Airport will not play the message. The message that was recorded by the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. The message says, hey, sorry for the long lines, but Democrats shut down the government. The airport saying the Indianapolis International Airport does not display content that is expressly political or partisan. Okay. So first of all, Tony Katz, that's me, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Great to be here. We've got State Senator Liz Brown coming up, taking umbrage with a statement made by Attorney General Todd Rokita on this show yesterday. We'll bring that to you at 8:15. Be sure to tune in. This is interesting because, first of all, there's a bunch of airports that are refusing to air this message. The question before us is, where do the rights exist? I'm not particularly saying they're wrong. If there's a message from the secretary saying that Democrats did the shutdown, what other messages could be given to the American people in the future? At airports. I would now need to go back and take a look at messages maybe they played prior, videos they played prior that did have a political overtone to them. And say, well, what about this and what about that? I mean, once you're saying no, you're opening yourself up to what you have done in the past. And I would argue that the airport must know that. The Indianapolis airport must know that. The people in line waiting to get through TSA hate Democrats and Republicans. They just want to get to their destination. And this doesn't help. So this falls under my philosophy of we make it way too difficult to fly because we already get people in a state of absolute anxious frenzy. The way the airlines treat people, the way TSA treats people, it creates insanity. And people are already a little bit insane. So I don't want the video because I think it heightens that. And that is going to have a direct impact on my flying experience. And the only thing I want my flying experience to involve is the takeoff and the landing. Eat your peanuts, drink your soft drink, and shut up. Also, wear a suit on a plane. You're a grown man. I wear shorts and a tank top and flip-flops because I want to be comfortable. Oh, shut up. I'm a 52-year-old woman, but I like to wear spandex because, comfort. No. Same thing is true of the 22-year-old woman. No. Stop it. This isn't the gym. Tired of having to try and save people's souls. I don't want the video played. I don't want the video. But I'm asking a different question. Does the airport have the right to say no to Homeland Security, which runs the TSA? Is that allowed? And if so, well, will they say no? And if it's a Democrat president? The Democrat administration? I'm curious. State Senator Liz Brown up next, the Attorney General talking about her and immigration issues. What does the senator have to say? That is coming up. Keep it here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Well, the Fed just sounded the alarm. The stock market is dangerously overvalued. And if your retirement savings are tied up in the market, this could be the smart time to protect and grow your savings outside of Wall Street. One option gives you a 20% upfront bonus. It's got a competitive return that's averaged 10% annually for the last 10 years.
So here's the simple math. If you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. That's $240,000. That $240,000 could earn 10% or $24,000 in the first 12 months. So, in the first year, that original $200,000 could grow to $264,000. Get all the information from Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Call 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. 648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
Attention, Indiana homeowners. Are you tired of avoiding your wet basement? Hi, I'm Mike Smith with Swainco Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts. Imagine all the possibilities of a guaranteed dry basement, a cozy new family room, a home gym, or even a new office. And with no interest, no payment financing, you don't have to break the bank to do it. Make the most of your basement today. Call Swainco 317-407-1868 or SwaincoLLC.com.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
subject to credit approval. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete offer details. Offer ends 10/31/2025.
Traffic on the 5. Matt Bear on the 5? On the 5. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Looking at northbound 65 south side, stop-and-go traffic. Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of construction. It's a 4-minute delay. East side northbound 465 slow after 70 up to East 56th Street. And checking out eastbound 465 on the north side, slow but moving. Michigan Road over 231 Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutrition meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:16. Yesterday, I had the Attorney General on the show, Todd Rokita, Attorney General of Indiana. And in that conversation yesterday, as he was discussing Tom Homan, the border czar, coming to Indiana, he was discussing this idea of the Fairness Act, how we deal with immigration in the state of Indiana, and he said this.
It requires ICE requires these local law enforcement officials to honor ICE detainers instead of just letting illegal aliens go. It has state social services agencies start collecting data on how many illegal aliens they're giving our tax money to. Through welfare benefits, so it does a lot of good stuff. Got out of the House real well, and it was stopped by a liberal senator who calls herself a Republican. Her name's Liz Brown. She's from Fort Wayne. She just didn't want to hear it for personal reasons. She told me that she had some kind of illegal alien relationship in the family or something like that. She's backed off that now, but she didn't want to hear it, so it just died in the Senate. And that's ridiculous. We have to put Hoosiers above these illegal aliens, and we have problems with people like Liz Brown and the Republican Party who don't want to do anything.
From there, Senator Brown's staff reached out and said, we'd like to respond. State Senator Liz Brown joins me right now from District 15. I appreciate your staff reaching out. This isn't the first time you have had issue with how the Attorney General characterizes this. We go back to an April 30th interview you did with fellow radio host Casey Hendrickson out of WOWO and MNC in Fort Wayne and South Bend, respectively. You have filed disciplinary actions against Attorney General Rokita. Talk to me about where his allegation comes from regarding illegal immigration and your own personal situation.
Yeah, thanks, Tony, for having me on. I appreciate it this morning. And I don't quite understand it. It's pretty hard to defeat a lie when people kept, well, not people or Attorney General, the highest elected law enforcement officer in the state, continues to lie about my family. I don't know how many times I can say I do not have an illegal alien in my family or a relationship with a family member who is an illegal alien, full stop. So I can't tell you as a mother how disturbing it is to hear someone continue to lie about my family. So I appreciate this opportunity. I will tell you a little bit.
This comes from. I have heard this before. I don't think I've brought up much of it on the air. Where does this allegation come from, and what is the denunciation of it outside of their lying about me?
Well, it's the Attorney General. Let's just be clear. The Attorney General is lying repeatedly. He's already been disciplined by the Disciplinary Commission for breaking rules of professional conduct. And so I met, not with him, with his staff probably almost a year ago about this bill, and there were significant issues that I had with the bill, concerns. And one of them was then reiterated to me, or several I should say, as the bill was moving in the House, with law enforcement and the business community. And when I shared this with his staff, not with him, never talked to him about this bill until the end of session. And when I shared it with them, they said, essentially, thank you very much, and never heard back from them. So don't know if they made any adjustments, but it was clear when it was introduced they didn't. So this is about centralizing an incredible amount of power in one person's office. And that person may be a Republican this morning, but that office may not always stay that way. And I think many of my colleagues have concerns. So for business, if they, quote, can be accused of recruiting an illegal alien, and they don't have to do it knowingly, it could be no mens rea, that was taken out, the knowledge of doing that act, they could lose their business. And you could my example is put a help wanted sign up in your store, and 10 people come, and maybe one of them is an illegal alien. You recruited them. That's a problem. That's how the bill was introduced. And then with respect to law enforcement, again, the same issue. They have the Sheriff's Association in particular, because, again, it really falls on their shoulders because they're the ones who are in charge of the jails.
So let me now take a moment and make sure I'm following. Talking to State Senator Liz Brown here in Indiana, District 15. It is House Bill 1531 that you voted against. It's House Bill 1393 that you voted in favor of. So if I am to understand your position, you do not favor any level of sanctuary city, any sanctuary status in the state of Indiana. You do not favor any sanctuary type policy in the state of Indiana. You just don't want anybody who hires somebody who is here illegally by mistake to deal with the consequences of doing so. If I am understanding right, it would lead then to a conversation about, doesn't E-Verify solve that problem? But go back to the first. Am I correct in my assessment that you don't favor sanctuary policies, you don't favor any sanctuary policy for any city in the state of Indiana, and you don't want people who hire somebody illegally to face serious consequences?
No, it's not that I don't want them to face it. I don't want illegal aliens in this country. I want people to come into this country legally and follow the rules, just like all of us do. But that bill wasn't going to solve that problem, right? So I am absolutely 100% behind any law enforcement association or city that thinks they don't also have to follow the rules of our state or federal government. And that's an oath I took when I took this office, that I will follow the Constitution, not only of the state of Indiana, but of the United States, 100%. But getting back to this created extra burdens for the businesses, and they didn't understand how this was going to work for them. We didn't have examples of businesses not following the law. It was help us follow the law. And then with law enforcement, which was the biggest piece to this bill, this was about them understanding and honoring detainer warrants. There hasn't been a sheriff who's come to me who says, we are not happy to work with ICE or any other law enforcement agency. The problem is that a detainer warrant, which is what ICE issues, is not an arrest warrant. So there have to be certain procedures and processes followed so that the sheriffs are not held liable and the sheriffs are not held in violation of someone's due process if they pick up the wrong person.
So we go back
and they've
now.
asked for training. Attorney General had promised training, or offered, I shouldn't say, I don't know if he promised, and they never got it. And that's really important. They want to do the right thing. They have been very forthcoming with me about this. They want to do the right thing. They want to make sure they get the bad guys off the street. And they want to assist other law enforcement agencies, including ICE. But they have to understand and have the right forms and processes in place. And that's where the problem is. It's not as simple as just grabbing someone.
And to the I'll call it quasi-accusation being made that you're harboring somebody in the country illegally in your own family, you're saying flat out not true.
Absolutely not true. Never said that to anyone. Why would I say that to anyone? I mean, it's like saying the sky is green. I know. Why would I lie about one of my children? Because that's how this started.
Well,
why would I lie about someone in my family? I'm an American citizen. I've literally had to say that to people. No, I'm an American citizen. My husband's an American citizen. Our children are American citizens. I mean, full stop.
So one of the things that is happening is that people are trying to primary you, You have got people announcing that they're running for office. There's this conversation, which you are elucidating here. There has been your opposition to constitutional carry in the state of Indiana. There's been a question asked about what could be described, Senator Brown, as your conservative bona fides. How do you respond to those people?
Well, I'm going to just say you have to look at my history of how strong I've been on the pro-life issues. We just came from the largest pro-life dinner last night in the country up here in Northeast Indiana. That's number one for me. That's always number one. And when you look at the issues, whether we're talking about this issue, I am trying to get a bill passed that will pass muster and also will fix the problem. And so I didn't have, with respect to 1531, and yes, I voted for 1393, which makes sure if you pick them up, if an illegal alien is arrested on criminal charges and you find out they're an illegal alien, you must immediately notify ICE. That went through, no problem. I voted to ban sanctuary cities and support, if they're trying to avoid the law, any law enforcement in those cities, etc. But people can say things about you, Tony. People can say things you don't believe this, but I'll stand by my record. I stand by the citizens of Northeast Indiana and District 15. I listen to my constituents, and my job as a state senator is to look at these laws and see, can they be implemented? Will they help the state of Indiana? And what's the problem they're trying to fix?
Do you
and I do
regret...
that with every single bill. And I talk to my committee, I might add, as a judiciary chair, to my committee about these bills. These decisions are never made in a vacuum.
Do you regret not holding a hearing on House Bill 1531?
No. There were too many problems with the bill. There were too many issues with the bill. And I as I said, Tony, I shared that when the Attorney General's office staff came to me last December. And they acknowledged that. They acknowledged what I was saying to them. And they didn't change. They may have made some amendments in the House, but the concerns that the business community and how to implement it, the concerns from law enforcement for them and how to implement it, didn't change because they came to me. They came to me, and I know law enforcement shared the concerns with the Attorney General's office. And I might add, another part of the bill, which we haven't really talked about, is that the Attorney General's office is consolidating in this bill more power to investigate what would be an executive branch function, to investigate the agencies that the executive branch runs. And I think that's something the governor is more than capable of doing and would be supportive of.
Hold on now, you're introducing something new. Was the objection to what law enforcement could or couldn't do, or the tassels put upon them, or was the issue that Todd Rokita would have too much power?
No. I'm not introducing. It's a big bill, Tony. I mean, there's only been a few issues that have been talked about publicly. I'm just saying there was a lot. And my committee was aware. This is a lot. This is a lot to fix.
State Senator
This will,
Liz
quote,
Brown,
take a lot of
I'll
work.
let you finish up. Please, go ahead.
Oh, no, it was going to take a lot of work. But I think the biggest thing is it has been continually suggested that law enforcement isn't doing their job. And I will stand behind them every single day. And when the sheriffs come to me and say they can't fix, this isn't going to work, then I'm going to believe them every day.
State Senator Liz Brown, District 15, I appreciate your staff reaching out. I appreciate you calling in and being with us. Senator Brown, thank you. Forgive the delay. Matt Bear has traffic.
East side, northbound 465, slow before 72 Penn Pike. And south side, construction has northbound 65 slow, Raymond into the south split. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Indianapolis ranks number 2 among 2025's hottest real estate markets, according to Zillow. Home values have risen. They're holding strong. It's a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Maybe with a growing family or working from home, you need more space. It's understandable. Trust me. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Sarah in Fountain Square said, after investing in a property in Fountain Square, I ran into some financial trouble and needed to sell the place fast for maximum dollars. I hired the Mark Dietel team, and they were able to sell my property within weeks for over list price. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. That is Mark Dietel. Call him today, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Hey, this is Rob. Everybody's mad about redistricting. Everybody's mad at the governor. Abdul and Jim Merritt will be here to give us the latest. And Casey's back. We'll see you at 9 to noon, Wednesday, 93 WIBC.
Important to sell it to someone you can trust. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
I'm excited to start the new chapter of my life. I'm going to be moving 2 states away to be with my husband. Ronnie came out to do my walkthrough. It was great. We had a chance to talk about the house. We had a chance to listen to what my goals were, and they helped me to meet them. Then I had the offer, I believe, within 2 hours of them coming through and doing the walkthrough. Simple Quarters never tried to change their offer at any point during the process. Once they gave me that offer, it stood. The offer was absolutely fair. They did explain to me how they came to that price, and it was a fair offer. The best part about this process is I didn't have to make any repairs to the house. Simple Quarters has taken it as is, which is a huge stress relief. It just couldn't have worked out better. It really couldn't have.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's day 15, and it feels like it's never going to end. Clear radar, 54 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 72. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:32.
The Democrats are holding the country ransom from $1.5 trillion in spending, some of which is to continue these ACA temporary COVID subsidies, which are basically, again, a shell game from sending checks directly from the federal government to insurance companies.
That is Republican Congressman Greg Murphy speaking to Fox Business. He's from North Carolina, talking about the government shutdown now into its second week. And Speaker Mike Johnson says, buckle up, this could be a long one. Tears and celebration at the White House Tuesday as murdered conservative activist Charlie Kirk was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom on what would have been his 32nd birthday.
Charlie, baby, I know that you're celebrating in heaven today, but gosh, I miss you. We miss you, and we love you, and we promise we'll make you proud.
His widow, Erica Kirk, the Turning Point USA founder, was assassinated at an event at Utah Valley University. The person charged with setting fire to the home of Pennsylvania Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro pled guilty in court Tuesday.
Cody Balmer is sentenced to up to 50 years in prison for charges including attempted murder, 22 counts of arson, and burglary after firebombing the governor's residence on the night of April 13th. Shapiro and his family were asleep in the mansion at the time after holding a celebration on the first night of Passover.
That's Fox's Todd Pyro.
The DA's office releasing chilling new video that they say shows the suspect breaking a window and launching a Molotov cocktail into the dining room before using a sledgehammer to fully enter. One angle shows Balmer in the home allegedly igniting another fire with a Molotov cocktail while attempting to find Shapiro.
And fortunately, Shapiro was not injured. And sports on WIBC, Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor leads the NFL with 603 rushing yards heading into Sunday's matchup with the LA Chargers. Offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter says Taylor isn't just pounding the ball on the ground, he's becoming a real threat in the passing game, too.
It's a big part of the game. Sometimes, whether it's a drop back pass or a play action pass, sometimes there's a route way down the field that we drew up on the board and thought was going to have a chance to get open, and the defense covers it up, and then the quarterback finds that running back underneath, and JT's done such a nice job.
And the Colts said Tuesday they signed veteran quarterback Brent Rippon, replacing injured quarterback Anthony Richardson. Sunday's game in L.A. kicks off at 4:05. The L.A. Dodgers are 2 wins away from a World Series trip after beating the Milwaukee Brewers 5-1 in Game 2 of the NLCS last night. And in college football, number 3 IU returns home Saturday to play Michigan State with a kickoff at 3:30. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
East side, northbound 465 slow from 70 up to Penn Pike. On the north side, eastbound 465 stop and go traffic from Ditch Road over to Meridian. South side, northbound 65 slows from Raymond into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:35.
Energy slipping? Losing your edge? It could be low T. Take action. Synergen X and Low T Center offer a quick free T test.
Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized by experts just for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting. TRTMVP.com.
Fostech is the family-owned business that makes incredible firearms right here in Indiana. Fostech, created by 2 career firefighters and 1 U.S. Air Force veteran, they create special, unique firearms. American craftsmanship meeting cutting-edge technology. Their Origin 12 shotgun is the envy of the industry, and all their products are designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Follow Fostech on Facebook and Instagram at Fostech_INC. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's FOSTECH. Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Fill up on the news. We do it every day around this time. Brought to you by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. Dow futures up 237. NASDAQ futures up 239. Big jump yesterday as well, as it was down and then went all the way back around. Oil prices, $59.15 on the West Texas crude, still under 60. Brent crude, $62.71. The 10-year Treasury at 4.019. Gold prices, $4,186 an ounce. The high yesterday, I think it was yesterday, is that today? Is that today's high? $42.19? $4,219. Silver is at $52.70, hit a high of $53.13. I don't know. I don't know. And I got to assume with this kind of madness in the gold and silver market, in the metals market, there are people saying, yeah, we're not buying. They don't know what's going to happen. So now if you've got gold or silver, what do you do? You can't force someone to buy the stuff. They buying at a premium? They buying at a discount? I still tell you, we had Dr. Matt Will on the show on Tony Katz Today yesterday. And he was not, abandoned ship on any level. We discussed AI stocks and a whole series of things, but people go into gold and silver because it's a hedge, right? There's a concern. And I keep seeing the money go into the AI stocks, and I keep seeing the market grow, but I am convinced that this does not make sense. I'm convinced that this is not right. I've got two stories for you. Bank of America topped expectations on a 43% surge in investment banking revenue. This is the headline from CNBC. They're saying that revenue increased 10.8%, profit up 23%. So, they're overjoyed. Morgan Stanley posting third quarter earnings that topped expectations by the largest margin in nearly 5 years. I swear to you, I don't know what to make of it all. Because if you ask Midwest Main Street, things are not great. They're not great. And then I look at the investment in gold and the numbers, and I'm like, okay, I'm clearly correct. Except, what if I'm not? What if there's actually no correlation between the two things? I have a harder time with that. Let me know what you think on the Twitter X at Tony Katz, in the chat room, youtube.com/WIBC, and everybody in there. They were talking about bidets earlier. But, people in the chat room have problems. Yeah. But we love them. But we keep them in the chat room so we can keep an eye on them. youtube.com/WIBC. Check it out for yourself. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Fall in Indiana, that is prep season, kids. The smart time to get your home ready before the temperatures drop and the snow gets here, because the roof, the siding, the gutter, the window problems, they are not going to fix themselves. One missing shingle turns into a leak. Clogged gutters lead to ice dams, drafty siding, or bad insulation means sky-high heating bills all winter long. That's why you need Moss Roofing. MOSS, mossroofing.com. Family owned right here in Indiana for over 30 years. Moss Roofing gives you a free, no obligation inspection, spotting the problems before the cold settles in so you're not scrambling in January. And here's the bonus. Thanks to new energy tax credits and Indiana Energy Saver rebates, you can save big on insulation and efficiency upgrades. That's money back in your pocket while protecting your home. Do not wait. Call Moss Roofing today, 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you, 317-747-3665. Get your home winter ready this fall with people you can trust. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
When you wake up,
You understand this is about money. 1,000%. They started this.
when you work,
As long as the category was all Bruce Springsteen all the time.
I told you I think I could win a game of Jeopardy. I could not go on a run.
when you drive home,
Is it time to try something new, you think? Because it hasn't worked, and maybe try something new.
traffic when you need it,
Stopped on 465 again.
and updates all the time.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go.
Stay in the know wherever you go with 93 WIBC.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game with We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995.
This is the take care of my family goal. This is the enjoy the life I've built goal. This is the set up a foundation goal. This is Busey, where your goals become lasting legacies. Through bespoke plans that maximize your wealth, through partnerships that give you peace of mind. Because building wealth, tending to it, and passing it down secures a brighter future. UC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What do we know?
What's up, Tony? Southside northbound 65 slow from Raymond Street into the south split. It's because of construction. And on the east side, northbound 465 slow after 70 up to East 56th Street. Been in pretty incident-free morning rush hour. Happy about that. Let's just continue to be careful. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time at 8:46.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Want in on special WIBC contests?
That is correct.
Join the text club. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393. Exclusive giveaways are just a text away.
Okay. I would assume this is a kid show or weird superhero show of some kind.
Is that how you feel about me?
Yes, it's producer Kurt. It's how I feel about you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Kurt, filling in for producer Kylan, filling in for producer Carl, who's on assignment, picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what that theme song is. The chat room is allowed to assist, and they have. I will get to that in a moment. You have to be in the chat room, youtube.com/WIBC. But first, let me check in with Matt Bear. I phone a friend. Matt Bear, what is that television theme song?
That's Land of the Lost, Tony.
Nice. I don't think it is. Is it that, producer Kurt? I didn't think so.
Closely stacked.
Why don't you start from the beginning? Why don't you play that from the beginning? Right, so it's got the whole mystery vibe. And then it gets into that, and that's why I said kids show. Well, I'm getting text messages from everybody's favorite blacksmith, Jonathan Nagel. Nagel House Forge. He's one forged in fire. The guy's legit. He built my battle axe. And of course, the chat room has decided that the answer is Goosebumps.
Yeah.
So when I said it sounds like a kid's show,
yeah, you were on it.
I was right on it there, producer Kurt. That's right. It's accurate. That is true. That is straight up fact. Good choice, by the way. Good choice. I would not have gotten that on my own.
It's hard. I look through the list and I'm like, what do I choose?
Yeah. You realize the work that producer Carl does, and that when he's not here, everything goes to crap.
That's the reason I'm the backup to the backup.
By the way, do you think he's coming back? He's on assignment. That's all we're allowed to say.
Yeah.
He's on assignment. Do you think he's coming back, or do you think his assignment was to find a better job?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible, and who can blame him? On Tony Katz today at noon, we still have a shutdown. It's still going on. And it isn't going to stop anytime soon. So we all understand each other. Democrats have made it clear they want this. They like this. And they're going to scream and yell and blame it on Republicans all they can. But Republicans are clear. They're not doing it. They're not going to solve the Democrats' problem for them. They have to vote for the continuing resolution, get the government back open, and then they can work on the other subjects. The subject, of course, being Obamacare subsidies and extending them. That's the subject. They want to extend the Obamacare subsidies to the Democrats that they voted for in the Inflation Reduction Act, which sunset at the end of 2025. Me, I don't want to extend them. I believe President Trump will. The problem for the Democrats is it won't be on their terms. It'll be on President Trump's terms, which means he'll get the political victory, and the Democrats don't want that. And they don't want to be seen in any level of agreement with Donald Trump. So they do this. They do this. And when they're not doing this, they are basically charging Speaker Johnson's office. This is about Ms. Grijalva, who is the congresswoman-elect from Arizona, taking over the seat from her grandfather, I believe it is, Raul Grijalva, and she has not yet been sworn in. And what Speaker Johnson is saying, I'm not about to bring the House back in while you guys in the Senate have not voted for the continuing resolution. It's just not happening, so she hasn't been seated. Some argue she isn't being seated because she's going to be a vote in favor of releasing the Epstein files. Well, for that alone, I'd seat her. I want the Epstein files. And the Democrats are screaming at Capitol Police. Remember when they liked the Capitol Police? Oh, those were good times that never really happened. And they're screaming at Capitol Police. And they're engaged in the stunt. Everything is a stunt. They know where the Speaker's office is. Why didn't they knock on his door one at a time and say, hey, how do we get this continuing resolution handled? But I mean, this is the House, and really this is a Senate issue. Can we get a CR going here? And the answer is sure. Vote for it. Republicans, I don't. Their history is they'll move, they'll capitulate, right? We know this. But I haven't seen it. And I had this conversation with Noah Rothman. And it turns out we were saying the same thing in different ways. He had written a piece at National Review about how Republicans are getting wobbly. I'm like, where in the world are you seeing they're getting wobbly? And his argument is, if you say you're going to start cutting from the federal government, start cutting. If you're going to do this, start doing this. Don't just say it, do it. And so it was an argument about fulfilling and following through on what it is you're going to say. My argument was, I don't see Democrats winning this thing at all. And we were agreeing through these different kinds of statements. But his point is well taken. Now we're starting to see the government cuts. And yes, Democrats are getting angrier and angrier about it. That's okay. That's okay. We forget that we are in playing a game of politics here. Now, real lives are affected. Today's October 15th. Military won't get paid today. Now you've got Trump and the Pentagon moving dollars around to ensure they get paid. On October 20th, staffers won't get paid. Now you ask me, why is it that members of Congress get paid? Actually, a different piece of legislation that requires them to get paid. They can decide to spend their pay. They can donate their pay. They can do a lot of things, but they still get paid. And that's why that happens. It's actually a different law in effect there. But if staffers don't get paid, that's all right. That's all right. You know, this past week, last week into this week, over there at iHeart, some 50-plus people lost their jobs. On air, behind the scenes, promotions, production. You know who cried for them? No one. good people doing their work, but the industry is what the industry is. You want me to cry for the Senate staffer? I know some Senate staffers. I'm not doing that. I will discuss this more on Tony Katz today at noon. I'll catch you then. Kendall and Casey are up next. Casey's back in the chair, and Matt Bear has traffic.
South side northbound 65 slow from Keystone Avenue into the south split. That's because of construction. North side eastbound 465 slow traffic. Ditch Road over to Meridian. East side northbound 465 slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. And looking at inbound 69 coming down from Fishers this morning. Looking pretty good from State Road 37 to 465. A little bit of a slowdown as you hit that Binford ramp. Outside of that, no delay at the moment. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Transform your backyard this fall with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get a free outdoor furniture set with our best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends November 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com for details. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
If you have